Another one, Paul here. Today I'm going to teach you guys a strategy. Now I may have made a video about this in the past. This is using a trade. We're going to be using one paid indicator. It's from Trade Confident. So if you don't know about them, just go look them up. They have indicators. Now in the past, I may have made a video where I talk about using this strategy. It's using the trend exhaustion with the price versus money flow, but today I'm actually just going to be using it with the trend exhaustion, and I'm going to show you a strategy to where you can use it to find the tops and the bottoms easier with this indicator. So let me just walk you through real quick this strategy and show you how. Okay, so the only indicator that I'm going to be using for this strategy is the Trade Confident Trend Exhaustion. And the goal of this strategy is to find the tops and bottoms more often. I look on the day first of whatever crypto I'm looking at, and right now I'm on XRP. And we all know that XRP had a dump recently. And what you want to look for first is, you want to look at the trend exhaustion. Now, this is a paid indicator. I'm not affiliated with them. If you want to get this indicator, then check them out. I'll put a link to their website too. But I'm not affiliated. I'm not affiliated with them, and I don't get a commission off of this. I just find this strategy pretty helpful, and I want to talk about it. But anyway, what you want to look for is, look at a couple cryptos, because the goal of this strategy is first you got to look on the day. And on the day, you want to see if this line on the trend exhaustion is all the way down here. If this line getting as close to the bottom as possible, or close here at the top as possible. And you want to do this on the day. When you focus on finding when that line is closest to the bottom as possible or closest to the top as possible, more than likely, if you zoom in with the 1 minute or earlier time frames, you'll most likely find the pattern that it's going to start going in the reverse. So we can see right here that trend exhaustion is almost on the bottom here of XRP. Now, from what we could see right here from the past, from recently when XRP tanked, would there have been a way to have predicted that it was going to go down? Right up here, we see it right here at the top. So when it's way at the top, it's a strong indication that it's going to start going down. It's a very strong indication. And right now, it's the opposite of what it did before, from a few days ago. We see the trend exhaustion all the way in the red zone on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on the minute, and we're going to see what's happening. We can see that it's still going down, but it should start shooting up, because even on the trend exhaustion on the 1 minute, it's all the way down in the red zone. So it should start going back up. But let's look at this with a couple other scenarios. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin on the day. Okay. So Bitcoin has about the same thing. It's all the way down in the red zone. So if we look on the minute, we can see that it's still going down, but it probably will start going up. Let's see. It should start going back up within probably 3 or 4 minutes. Because you see, it's already over. It's over on the exhaustion. It's on the bottom. So let's just see if we can find something that's actually doing something right now. Let's look at ETH. Okay, let's look at ETH on the day. Okay, so this scenario, ETH is not in the red zone. So this, if it is in this in middle section here, if the lines are anywhere here in the middle, I do not take part in that. I either wait for the line to be all the way down here in the bottom. This signifies to me, and you can also look at RSI, but we're not looking at that right now. You could see that if this goes all the way down here at the bottom, more than likely it's going to start shooting back up. And when it gets here, more than likely it's going to start shooting down. So let's just see if that happened. You want to wait for a moment where, see right here, ETH was at the very top, and it showed on the trend exhaustion that it was going down. So if we zoom in as close as we can, now I can't zoom in on the day. I don't know what day that is or when that happened. This was on March 19th, so it's be kind of hard to find that on the 1 minute. But if we look here, we see the trend exhaustion's all the way at the top. So right here, I would have done a short, and I would have wrote it out to right about here. A very small one. This was still in 8 days. You made a 2% over, like a 3% gain if you did a short. So let's look at a couple other scenarios here. We see on ETH that it was all the way down here at the bottom. So more than likely when this does happen, when it enters the red zone, it usually can pick up on a good trade. You know, when it's all the way down on the bottom, I would do a long, and when it's all the way at the top in the red zone, I would do a short. But we see it happening right here too as well. Right here, right about here, and then when it shoots all the way up, that is a 27% increase in 9 days. And this is simply just looking at the line and seeing it get as close to the bottom as possible, or the closest to the top as possible. That helps you find the tops and bottoms of the market. So while it is in the middle here, I don't bother. So when it's here at the top or bottom, that's when I come in. So we can see right about here. Now this one, now I want to try and find a recent one. See, this is the top, so I would have done, in this scenario, I would have done a short, and I would have wrote it out till about here. Just 27 days, made about 5%. Sometimes you got to wait a long time just to get those gains. But let's see if it picks this one. No, I wouldn't have done this one. This one, even though it's a good entry, the white line is not all the way in the bottom, so I wouldn't have got that one. So we got to find a way of top or bottom. So this one here, it is way here at the top, right here. So this is at this point I would have done a short, and I would have waited all the way down here at the bottom, and this would have been a 24% increase in 11 days. So it's real good on finding moments, but you will come across some trades that don't work out, but it does pretty well in my opinion. So you see right here, the trend exhaustion is all the way on the bottom. Let's see if it goes up any, if there's any. So right here on the bottom, if we wrote it out just a little bit from here to here, this would have been a 5% increase in 14 days. Now you'll get those small wins, you'll get those big wins. Right here, trend exhaustion. Now, what I do, let's see, first let's look at this one real quick. See, trend exhaustion's all at the bottom. I would have rode this out till, you're right out to here, which would have been almost 6% in 4 days, or you're right out to here, which would have been to 12% in 21 days. Now, what I do in this scenario, and I'll probably leave it at this, is the first thing I do is I use the trend exhaustion paid indicator, not affiliated with it. Links will be below if you guys want to get it. Not affiliated, but I wait on the trend exhaustion on the day, and I wait for the line to be either way down here in the bottom or way down here at the top. And once I know this, I then go and I'll look at the 1 minute, and I'll see moments of it. When I see it starting to go in that direction, that's kind of when I'll take my entry. So once I see it on the 1 minute, I pretty much know what the direction's going to be. So let's just find another crypto. Let's just do, let's just go back to XRP. Okay, so for XRP, what we could tell here is it looks like the trend down is weakening. It's what it looks like, because the trend exhaustion touched the red zone and it's trying to go back up. So what I do in this situation is I go and look at the 1 minute, and we see that it's still going down. We're trying to. It might rebound here pretty soon, but you don't know. People could be selling, it doesn't pin. XRP pretty much had there it goes. There, it's starting to go back up now. But anyway, that's using the trend exhaustion. This is a paid indicator, so if you guys want to get it, I'm not affiliated with it, but they have a YouTube channel, so definitely check them out. I find this indicator alone pretty helpful. And with this strategy, it's like the only indicator that I have with this, so it does work pretty well. So you'll be able to find the tops and bottoms pretty easy with the strategy, but it's not 100% effective, so just be cautious of that. Anyway, I'm not responsible for any profit or loss. If you guys like this video, if you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.